Well, transition can be a big scary time for both the children and for the adults, or it can be the most exciting time. It's very different for each child and each parent as well, and the carers. What we do is we start the transition very early on in the spring term, where the preschools, day nurseries, childminders share information with schools where we know when which school they're going to. And that's information about their learning and development, things that they enjoy, things that they might find challenging, lots of the real nuggets of information that can really support them. And then that transition continues over the summer. A lot of schools do homeschool photo books, where you can have photographs of your new classroom, where you hang your coat, where the toilets are, very important information, where you start at the beginning of the day, which door you go into, and some of the key people that you're going to be working with, your teachers and the LSAs in schools. And then the children can look at those photographs over the summer, talk to the parents about it, and it's done in a real positive way. We do a lot of work for children with additional needs, or for parents who may be particularly anxious about their child starting school, but there's always an option to come and talk to the teachers, speak to the school. We can talk to you about what your child needs, what we can put in place, what that looks like for your child, and meet them where they're at.
There are three main things that they could be doing. One of the things is working on independence. So thinking about getting their children to put their own coats on, start eating a bit more independently, and also we get changed for swimming and PE. So anything that they can do with helping them learn. Socks especially are very tricky. So anything with independence. The next thing is thinking about social and emotional awareness. So that's kind of thinking about labelling their emotions for them, thinking about the ways that they can support them in identifying how they're feeling in that moment, and working towards getting strategies that might help them with regulating their own emotions. And also turn taking, that's a big thing here at school, so playing games with them at home, making sure that they're aware of waiting their own turn. And the third one is fostering an environment where there's a love of learning. So sharing books together, talking really positively about school. Everybody's had their own school experiences, but making sure that when you're talking about going to big school, it's a really exciting and fun time, will really help the children settle in when they arrive with us. One of the main things that's amazing about the settling in sessions is that the members of staff will be in the area with the parents and carers. So if they've got any concerns about anything, I just encourage them to ask someone, because you're not probably the first person who's had that question, and if you are, we'll still help and find how we can support in any way. Here at St Martin's, the way that the sessions are set up is that we have a couple of sessions where parents come and spend time in the environment with their children, and then a few others where they drop the children off with us down here and go up to our main hall and get some information sessions. It's a very huge concept for a 4-year-old, but if they've been to visit the school, then they're able to think, oh yes, that's the place I went, and I got to see where I'll be learning, and I met lots of the people that will be helping me. High stress points and any kind of behaviour situations are always dealt with in a really positive way. So we have our behaviour strategies here are first and foremost positive behaviour strategies. So what we'll do is, in situations that a child we know finds high stress, we'll work with them to identify the areas that they are being successful and break down where it's going wrong. So for example, if toileting is something they're finding tricky, we can use visuals to help them, remind them the steps of toileting, and through that we can say, well, at the moment you're doing this really, really well, and this is the area we can focus on.
What we want our children to learn in our reception classes is really rich vocabulary. We want to give them the opportunity to really develop the vocabulary that they're going to need to know for later learning in year 1 and year 2 and year 3 and so on. Every single day, every single moment in reception is a learning moment, and our very skilled practitioners are always looking at that and looking at how are the children moving on, what are they learning in that moment, and how we're going to build on that for the future.